YouTube script. 2025 Toyota GT Super vs 2025 Chevrolet Zora, black. 0 to 10, opening tease. Golden hour drone arc. Low, sculpted GT Super silhouette from left. A bold, black Chevrolet Zora answers from the right. Rapid trim to detail cuts. DRLs, rear haunch, wheel rotation. SFX. Rising orchestral whoosh right pointing arrow synth sting. VO, low, cinematic. Two visions of performance skin. Toyota's razor edge halo versus Chevrolet's muscular, modernist speed. Which one speaks louder on the street? 0-10 to 0-45, hero intro. Slow slider push toward GT Super front 3/4, cut to Zora rolling past on wet asphalt for reflections. Lower third. Toyota GT Super, sculpted halo, Chevrolet Zora, modern muscle, black. VO. Today we break down the 2025 Toyota GT Super and the 2025 Chevrolet Zora in black. A study in proportion, surface language, lighting, and color palettes. We're only looking outside. Here's how designers turned metal into mood. 0:45 to 2:15, form language and proportions. Split screen profile. GT Super, left vs Zora, right. Slow timed wipes between beltline, greenhouse, and rear haunch. VO. Start with silhouette. The GT Super reads low and elongated, a tight greenhouse, long hood, and active arrow cues that shout track intent. The Zora, by contrast, blends a broad, planted stance with pronounced shoulders and shorter overhangs, a modern reinterpretation of muscle. Wide, confident, hinting at aerodynamic tricks beneath its surfaces. On-screen overlays. Animated arrows pointing to wheelbase, fender flares, rear haunch. Macro callouts. A. Low CG roofline, GT Super. B. Wide track plus flared fenders, Zora. 215 to 330, surface treatment and character lines. Macro slider of panel gaps, reflection lines on both cars. Highlight curvature versus creases. VO. Look closer. Toyota favors taut, purposeful creases that channel light into razor edges, surfaces act like a scalpel. Chevrolet prefers sweeping volumes and complex surfacing that captures light in broad strokes, a play between convex and concave panels that creates depth at any angle. On-screen note. Toyota equals precision, Chevrolet equals sculptural breadth. SFX. Subtle metallic scrape for tension during line reveals. 3:30 to 5 o'clock, light signatures and graphics. Night cut. DRLs on. Animated tracing of light signatures and how they form brand identity. VO. Headlights and taillights are shorthand for DNA. Toyota's DRL motif is narrow, blade-like, katana DRL geometry that slices forward. The Zora uses a wider, more horizontal light bar approach with nested signature elements that anchor the front face and emphasize width. On-screen overlay. Close-up CAD-style callouts showing LED clusters, matrix elements, and optional pixel arrays. Lower third suggestion. Design detail. Lighting equals instant ID. 5 o'clock to 6:15, aero and functional elements. Reveal active spoilers, diffusers, underbody vents. Use PA from low angle to emphasize splitter and diffuser. VO. Function wears form here. GT Super's visible splitters, canards, and active rear wing red as track first, they sculpt airflow. Zora disguises much of its aero in cleaner surfaces, muscular rear diffuser, integrated winglets, and venting that balances performance with everyday elegance. On-screen overlay. Airflow vectors and annotations, downforce versus balance. 6:15 to 7:30, wheel and tire treatment. 90-degree turn reveal of wheels spinning, close macro on spokes and brake calipers. VO. Wheels change the attitude. The GT Super typically prefers center lock, multi-piece forged wheels with exposed brake hardware, aggressive negative offset, minimal spokes to reveal giant calipers. The Zora's black spec highlights larger diameter, multi-spoke wheels with a more closed face that reads heavier and more planted. Macro callout. Wheel finish offset, caliper color recommendations. 7:30 to 8:45, paint and color options deep dive. Color swatch board appears. Swatches labeled for each car, show each color on car render, live shot. VO. Now color. The emotional shorthand. GT Super colors lean high impact. ultra-bright heritage reds, satin white with micro flake, deep metallic blues, and naked carbon accent options. These amplify angles and reveal purpose-built aero. Switch to Zora swatches. VO. The Zora in black is a different language. Its true black finish is rich and deep, absorbing light to emphasize form over flash. Chevrolet complements it with contrast touches, brushed aluminum badges, gloss black aero pieces, and accent pinstripes in bronze or high chrome. On the Zora, black turns sculpted volume into shadow, making the car look denser and more muscular. On-screen overlay. GT Super. Highlight. Stratosphere blue, ceramic white, heritage red. Zora. Highlight. True black, graphite metallic, accent bronze. 8:45 to 9:45, photography and filming tips. Quick montage of behind-the-camera setups. Polarizer usage, golden hour versus overcast comparisons. VO. Filming tip. Shoot GT Super in golden hour side light to highlight creases, use a polarizer to cut windshield glare and deepen paint reflections. For Zora Black, overcast or controlled LED banks let you sculpt specular highlights so curves pop, use backlight to separate the silhouette from backgrounds. On-screen checklist. Lens. 50mm and 85mm for hero. Drone. Low 10-25 meters arc. Camera movement. Slider plus 60 fps for smooth reveals. 9:45 to 10:30, comparative summary. Cut to both cars side by side at sunset, slow rotation on turntable style reveal. VO. In short, the GT Super is a precision sculpture that broadcasts speed through edges, blades, and contrast colors. The Chevrolet Zora in black is mass and presence, a bold, muscular statement that uses depth and volume to command attention. One is a scalpel, the other, a bronze statue. Lower third. Form versus presence, which side are you on? 10:30 to 11 o'clock, closing and CTA. Final pull away drone shot, soft cinematic fade. VO. Which design language wins for you? Do you want razor edge theatrics or sculpted, shadow-rich presence? Tell us in the comments. And if you love the framing and shot ideas, hit like, subscribe, and save this for your next shoot. We've linked color palettes and shot lists in the description. SFX. Soft synth outro. B-roll shot list for editor. Golden hour drone left to right arc, GT Super low, 8 to 12s. Low angle splitter reveal, GT Super, 4 to 6s. Wet asphalt rolling shot, Zora Black, 6 to 8s. Macro. Badge, seam gap, LED matrix, wheel lug, 2 to 4s each. Overhead reveal of silhouette swap, 6 to 8s. On-screen overlays and lower thirds. Lower thirds. Car name plus trim plus color, e.g., Chevrolet Zora, black spec. Overlays. Animated arrows, hex color swatches with hex codes, macro callout boxes, material, finish, size. On-screen caption. Filming tip, for each photography suggestion. Music and SFX. Opening. Orchestral build into synth whoosh. Detail reveals. Light mechanical clicks, metallic scrapes, subtle. Transitions. Electronic whoosh, reverse whoosh. Outro. Ambient synth pad.